This truck is the muddiest I've ever had in the studio, but it's also packing the kind of surprise that would seriously gross out most people. The whole box is full of deer blood, as the owner was recently using it to hunt up in northern Saskatchewan, and the cargo had to get transported home somehow, so thankfully it wasn't in the interior, but a whole pile of mud, dirt, and dog hair sure was.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy as things are about to get really muddy. And a little bit bloody too.
Alright guys, well as I get to work on this incredibly muddy truck, I've already gone ahead and cracked open the hot water line that feeds my pressure washer so I can mix it in with the usual cold and hopefully cut through the mud a little quicker with warm water. But yeah, there's no question this pre-wash rinse is going to take a ton of time today, as I have to be extremely thorough to make sure that I get all the mud removed. Moving to the wheel well now, and of course the Silverado has the dreaded carpeted liners, which are going to make this area take significantly longer to get sprayed out, as the mud is able to really stick to the material since it has more surface area than a plastic liner would, and of course all the bits of straw like to get stuck in the fibers too. Now, once I've got the tailgate sprayed off, I'll move to the box here, which as you can see is full of frozen deer blood, though after having done a few other muddy and bloody hunting trucks, I know that the pressure washer won't have any trouble removing it, although I did pull the truck forward in the studio so that when I spray things out here, it's not going to end up all over the overhead door. Working my way around the driver's side of the truck now, and for those of you wondering how and why the truck got as dirty as it is, well, we've been getting quite a lot of snow the last 3 to 4 weeks here, and because we've also been having above average temperatures, it's been melting lots during the days, which makes for muddy back roads and farmers' fields, and that's exactly where this truck was. So while that's unfortunate for me, it doesn't change the fact that I still want to give this truck back to the owner looking perfect, which means I've still got a ton of work to do. Now, for those of you who have ever wondered whether I clean the roofs of vehicles, well, the answer is of course I do. And to answer the next question you might have of why I'm only just doing this now, well, I wanted to make sure that I was able to preserve those door shots for you, as spraying the roof off first would have resulted in a ton of water running down the sides of the truck and pulling a bunch of that mud off before I got to it. Okay, since I'm guessing this truck wasn't washed since before it went hunting, given all the bug guts up on the front end, I'll use some of my bug remover to dissolve all the bug guts first, so that when I hit the truck with my wash mitt, they'll just easily wipe right off. Now with the truck all washed, I can see that there's a fair bit of iron contamination on the paint, which likely comes from driving on gravel roads a fair bit, so my iron remover should make pretty quick work of it, and after getting it sprayed on the entire truck, you can see this was a very necessary step today. Moving to the back passenger side now, and thankfully I didn't have to take the seats out of this truck today, as the interior was in pretty decent shape overall, and most of the mess was contained to the edges along the floor mats where stuff would have spilled over. Okay, with the vacuuming done, I'll turn my attention to cleaning all the seats and carpet, and I always start with the seats so that they have the most amount of time to dry out once I'm finished, as they do take a little longer to dry than carpet does, and after having done what feels like dozens of these GM vehicles of this age, I know that it's going to clean up well today, no matter what sorts of stains are in these seats. Alright, well this will be the only section of carpet I filmed today, as like you saw when I was vacuuming the carpet, it's pretty clean already, so there's not a lot of visual change you're going to see, but don't be fooled, I still extracted every section in here like I always do. Here's the half bucket of dirty water pulled from the truck today. Mostly from the seats though. Gross. Okay, well, since the interior trim in here isn't super dirty, I didn't have to use the APC and the steamer everywhere. There were a few spots that just needed an APC wipe down, but this door definitely needed a steamer as there was some mud on the lower portion from muddy shoes, and as always, it makes quick work of it. Now that I've gotten the entire interior clean, it's time to get some UV protectant applied, and for that I'm using a microfiber applicator pad, which makes it very easy to work it into all the little spots and crevices around an interior.
All right, well, 10 long hours is what it took to get this Silver Auto transformed and to get all the mud off of it. And I'm still blown away by how muddy it was when I started, but man, it was sure a ton of fun getting to blast it all off. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check out the new Yard Geek video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.